Hello and a very warm welcome to Bharata First. You're watching UPSC Corner with me, Frankrausanpereira. Since you're here, please like the video, subscribe, hit the bell icon, and share the video as well so that more people get to know about Bharata First. You can also subscribe to our newsletter to get some incisive content. If you like the content, please contribute to keep it alive. A small contribution that you make will be a giant leap for us to keep bringing you this content. Let me also inform you that we have some massive festive discounts running at the Knowledge Center. And we will be closing registration for the existing packages soon. Now, this is your last chance to get these offerings. Go to kc.bharatafirst.com and register right now. Don't miss out on this amazing learning experience. Hundreds are already reaping the benefits. Don't be left behind. Register now. All this information, along with some must-see recommendations, are in the description of the video. Please go through it. Well, over the last couple of weeks, we've been meeting toppers from the UPSC CSC 2020. Today, we will meet toppers from the State Public Service Commission. I have with me two achievers from the Bihar Public Service Commission. It is a pleasure to welcome on the program from the Bihar Public Service Commission toppers this time around, Mohit Raj and Sweta Priyadarshi. Thank you to both of you for being here. It's really a pleasure to have you on Bharata First. So let me start with Sweta first, and let's be chivalrous. And Sweta,
Yes,
let's talk about your journey, because you too were preparing for the UPSC, not just the state services, but you managed to get into the state services with a top rank 33. That's an amazing achievement. So take us through the journey and what was it like?
First of all, thank you, sir, for giving me this opportunity. And starting with my journey, I graduated in 2018. I did my BTech from NIT Raipur. And I was preparing for civil services. I went to Delhi. I stayed there for 1.5 years and gave my first prelims attempt in 2019. But unfortunately, I could not qualify even the prelims. After that, I shifted my focus to BPSC. And then I gave my prelims, and this was my first attempt in BPSC, and I managed to clear it with my first preference was Bihar Administrative Service, and fortunately, with the grace of God and my family members, I got this service.
Wonderful.
So, It was a long journey of 3 years, but now I am happy that I am in civil services now.
So the result of hard work is sweet, isn't it?
Yes, sir, it is.
Yes, sir. And are sweets also doing the rounds at home and with the family members?
Yes, sir, a lot. I have been so much busy now, because everyone is coming to me, and the calls have not stopped yet. So, it is a dream. I cannot even imagine now that it has become a reality.
Wonderful. Good to hear. And I'm very happy, and let these sweet moments continue for the rest of your life. And may you keep achieving, and may you keep serving the public for the rest of your life as well, because it's an important aspect of your life now. And now the responsibility is only going to be doubled or maybe increased manyfold. So more power to you to achieve not only your dreams, but try and achieve and try and fulfill the dreams of others around you as well, especially the public.
Yes, sir. Thank you.
So let me go across to Mohit now. Mohit, first and foremost, congratulations. And this is, I think, twice in 2 years that you've cracked the exam. So simultaneously cracking the exam as well. Wonderful knowing that and wonderful seeing that as well. Congratulations. चलिए आपकी जर्नी के बारे में बात करते हैं. कैसा था, कहाँ से शुरू हुआ था और कैसा चला?
सर, सबसे पहले तो आपको बहुत धन्यवाद सर प्लेटफॉर्म देने के लिए, ताकि मैं यंग एस्पिरेंट से और स्टूडेंट से इंटरेक्ट कर सकूं. सर, जर्नी की शुरुआत अगर मैं देखूं तो सपना तो होता है सबके पास, पर बिहार में नहीं हो पाती कि आप इसको आगे एस्पायर कर सके. कई बार ऐसा होता है कि सोसाइटी में या फिर आपके फैमिली में ही रिलेटिव्स दे आर वेरी रिलक्टेंट और रेसिस्टेंट की यूपीएससी करेगा, स्टेट करेगा, देन the baal safed ho jayenge kind of stuff. So this all things will take a lot of time and then you will end up doing nothing. So ये चीजें चल रही थी. So इसी के background में I discussed with my parents in 2011 कि intermediate के बाद क्या करना चाहिए. Then they suggested me to go little safer on that side, and we came across National Council of Hotel Management and Catering Technology, the central level institutions. And then I appeared in that. I gave the joint entrance examination. I got 1,200 rank, all India rank. And then I entered into Central Institute of Hotel Management, Jaipur. I completed my degree from there only, from hotel management. And then I entered through the campus placement. I joined in Oberoi Hotels, Agra. I worked for 1 year there. And then I called my mom and told her that let's come to the promise. And time to switch it. There is still that sensation in my body that I must switch to the civil services. I have to appear for this. And just try again. And if you are satisfied now, if you're satisfied that now you cannot do it, then you can switch it. Otherwise, do not quit it before trying. So I followed this mantra only. And then my parents supported that, yes, abhi bhi agar iske andar wo chamta hai, and if that eager to start preparation after 4 years of span, so definitely we should allow. Then I requested and I resigned from the job in 2015. 11 to 14, I did my bachelor's. 14 to 15, I did job in Agra for 1 year, and then I resigned. During this, when I was resigning, the general manager exit interview was told that do not go to the UPSC. I have seen my friend is also belongs to the district magistrate of Agra. I have seen him getting abuses and those from the ministers and all and all. They have also promoted me from the higher career, but I resisted and I left the job. I came to the Delhi in 2015, started preparing for the UPSC first, and then I gave in 3 years I gave 3 attempts. In one attempt, I could not clear the prelims for starting 2 attempts, and in one of the attempt I cleared the GS1 but could not clear the CSET paper from 0.66 marks. So, and next attempt, after 3 attempts, I stopped it. The parents suggested that let's switch to the State Public Service Commission first, and then you will get that confidence, and then you will use that attempts later on. So, in 63rd BPSC was my first attempt. I cleared prelims. That was the first prelims I cleared ever at that moment. And then I could not clear mains by 11 marks. Then again, I gathered myself and then went for 64th. 64th, I cleared interview 2 and I got 503 marks as a circle officer that controls the revenue and law and order in the block. Then again, I started in between the 65th. I also appeared in 65th too, and I got prelims cleared and mains cleared. Then meanwhile, I was preparing for the interview to post the result of 64th. I continued the preparation. Everyone was enjoying, but I somehow controlled myself in that momentum and continued the momentum. And then the result is so in front of you. I am selected as a sub-election officer second time.
Excellent.
So it's quite a long journey of 6 years. 15 to 20, I was not able to get a lot of things what I desired for. But after that, by God's grace and family's blessings and all support, I got it.
Wonderful, wonderful. So lovely hearing both of your stories, and thank you for sharing these stories with us as well, so that we know exactly what it takes to, get into the administrative service of this country. It's not an easy job. It's not an easy task. You have to put in a lot of hard work, and only then you finally reach where you reach. Sweta, since you prepared for the UPSC as well and also cracked the BPSC in your first attempt, let us try and compare the two. What is the main difference between the UPSC and the State Public Service Commission, and how did you, or what did you find different in terms of preparation as well?
Yes, sir. So UPSC covers the national current affairs as well as the India portion, like the general science, which is geography, history, environment, economics, everything considering the country, like India. But state services, what they do, they contain both the topics. That is the content of India, which is like history, geography of India, as well as history, geography, economics of the state. So this was the major difference. And secondly, UPSC is more of concept based, and state services like they are more factual. So for prelims, this was the major challenge, that I needed to remember like minute data too, like what is the GSDP of Bihar, exact growth rate of Bihar in the current financial year, etc. These things are not asked in UPSC as such, and it is more of concept. Like there are statements, we need to choose which statements are correct, one and two only, one, two, and three, like that. The questions are framed. While in state services, it is more of A, B, C, D, and E options. So this was the major difference that I saw.
Any difference in the way you prepared for both the exams in terms of strategy, in terms of how you approached the exams?
Yes, sir. So the like my strategy for BPSC was like India portion was covered, so I was satisfied with that. That I don't need to prepare it again for BPSC. So I just prepared the Bihar portion, and that too I understood the demand of the exam. I went through the previous year question papers, the model test papers, and I solved around 10 to 15 past question papers first, just to get an idea of the. So that was the like major strategy that I followed, like following the previous year question papers, understanding the gist of the papers and what they actually ask. So like that, I prepared my strategy for cracking prelims of BPSC.
Wonderful. Mohit, what about you? What was your preparation like? What was your preparation strategy like? And any particular, newspapers, books, channels that you would recommend for those who are preparing, so that they can be better prepared?
Sir, for understanding, BPSC is quite different from UPSC because we need to understand the syllabus first, and then the type of scheme of the examinations. Quite different. If you go for prelims, we do not have in state any CSET paper. 150 marks, 150 questions, only GS paper. And in that paper, only 10 questions are from the math specific. That's it. And there is no negative marking too. And if you go one step ahead, there is an E option that is very tricky in the Bihar Public Service Commission, especially that is quite contrary from the other states. So we have to put our strategy in that way only. Coming to the mains we have a quite difference. I mean, if you go by the answer writing, sir, in UPSC, you have a word limitation of 120, and even you have a page limitation that you have to stop it from here only. In BPSC, you have less number of questions in mains, only 7 to 8 questions. Marks would be 300. So around 38 marks question, you have to maintain the quality and quantity too. So that is the most important aspect we need to take care here. So our strategy must be like this. So coming to this, the way of preparation, you need to mug up more facts, you need to mug up more stuff, more debates, discussions, relations, issues. So you can say that the number of topics can be, there are limitations in number of topics. You can guess out few topics that is quite in news, but you have to prepare a lot on those topics, not from the current aspects, plus also your historical aspects and all. I remember 2+2 talks were asked in 63rd mains. And it has also asked the India-US relations from the since we have started the cooperation. So 2+2 talks, then India-US relations, and their relations bearing on other countries that India having a relation, good relation. So around 3-4 questions in one, there are subparts. So that's a quite huge number of stuff you need to understand. Coming to this stuff, undoubtedly, when you were associated with the earlier channel, those special serials, that big pictures and all that are quite always, I mean, that is kind of I can say that sleeping pills, having that pills and then go to sleep. And then understanding those things very importantly, sir. I was making notes every day. I was watching the big picture and making self notes. Though the notes are available on different UPSC website, UPSC preparing coaching institute websites. But watching you, asking questions, understanding the senior diplomats, senior officials, then grasping and then writing, that's quite important. So I endlessly followed Bharata First, many other later on. So in interview also, I used Bharata First to understand the important debates regarding Afghanistan is in news, Taliban in news, and this in interview sessions, in interview at BPSC. So definitely, sir, it helped a lot on those grounds.
Wonderful. Thank you. Thank you for the acknowledgement. I feel happy that I have played a small part in your success, and it makes me feel successful as well along with you, and makes me also feel proud along with you. So it's wonderful. Sweta,
Yes,
so the way we connected also, let's talk about that. Interesting, because you wrote to me saying that you played a role in my preparation journey, and that's how you're here today, and that's how we are interacting here today as well. So I'd like to take some credit from you as well for your success.
definitely, sir. Definitely. So, we used to discuss your big picture and your videos. We used to discuss in our PGs that Frank sir said that, Frank sir said that, and we used to prepare notes. So I had always imagined this, that whenever I'll get success, I would write to you, and I did my part, that I wrote to you. So I was very happy with that.
Wonderful. So happy. And I'm so happy to be interacting with the both of you as well right now, right here. And like I told you before the start of the program as well, you have to dream and you have to pursue your dreams. Only then will they come true. Otherwise, they won't come true. And, the Almighty, the gods and goddesses only help those who help themselves and nobody else. So you have to make that extra effort. You have to take that first initial step, and only then can the others walk the mile for you. So I'm glad, and I hope that this continues in your career and in your lives as well. So let's talk about another aspect now. And, for those who might want to follow in your footsteps, for those who might want to succeed the way you have, any words of advice, any tips that you would like to give them, Sweta?
So first thing I would say that this preparation is not for intelligence, and it majorly checks your mental ability and patience. So in this journey, if I would not have been patient, I would not have been determined, maybe I would have up very earlier, like in 2019 itself. So I would say just keep patience. Like success might get delayed, but it would come to people who just work hard. So keep working hard, and just keep patience, and be determined that you can do it. I would just say these lines to aspirants. And one thing more, like my mother always says, "Padha hua kabhi bekar nahi jata." So I would add on that too. Like whatever we read, it would never go to waste. So just trust yourself. That's all.
And what about the UPSC dream? वो जिंदा है अभी कि नहीं?
Sir. Next year I have to write UPSC prelims, and this time I guess I'll be more confident. Like last time I was not at all confident. I had this fear in my mind. What if I don't crack it? What would I say to my parents? What would I say to my friends? But this time I think I'll be more confident with my attempt.
And you have nothing to lose. You have absolutely nothing to lose. So you can go all out, all guns blazing, and go and crack it.
Yes, sir. Definitely, sir. Thank you, sir.
Mohit, any words of advice that you would like to give to those who would want to follow in your footsteps? Because you've been on this journey for 6 long years. And like you mentioned as well, it's not a journey that you alone go on. It's a journey that everyone near and close to you also goes on, because there's that pressure, there's that added, peer pressure as well. And also the fear of failure is quite large because of all the taunts that everyone might have made along the way.
Right, sir. I could agree with Sweta, like she told that कि आप जो भी कभी भी prepare कर रहे होते हैं, no matter you were prepared in 2014 and you were giving in 2018, so definitely it's going to help you out in somewhere, in some answers, in some questions. There you'll be able to guess things. So I agree on this. Sir, my piece of advice would be definitely it's a very long journey, sir. Too many failures. Initial 4 or 5 years, I was not able to clear. And one more thing I want to disclose here. no matter, I mean, toppers doesn't disclose this, that when you prepare for UPSC or even State Public Service Commission, you also appear for the banking, SSC and local exams too. So calculating those all things together, around 20-25 exams, I got failed, not able to clear claims. So each time you have to gather yourself. Sir, ऐसा कहा भी जाता है, I have read somewhere the quote, कि टूटे हुए मकानों के जो ईंट होती हैं उसको भी उठा ले जाते हैं. So just, I mean, each time you'll get failure, so-called failure, society called failure, and then you have to gather yourself again. So I would say this examination, especially, not a pen paper test, sir. It's not a pen paper test. It's a holistic preparation. It's including the mentally, like Sweta rightly said. Everything you have to manage, and somebody else from other planet won't come to motivate you every day or encourage you every day. You have to find your motivation from the four walls room. You have to find yourself, you have to understand the problems, and you have also to leap forward again. So my suggestion would be that be honest to your preparation. No matter, sometimes being honest, you can't clear by 1 mark or 2 marks. That's fine. I mean, there are no number of aspirants. It doesn't mean that if we are qualified, 423 people are qualified in BPSC, only this much are the intelligent people. No, not at all. So sometimes it happens. You have to gather again yourself. You have to put your all those efforts again on the same basis, or sometime even more than that. And definitely your family support is very important. I definitely put it here. And each time I called, could not clear claims. They always supported that. There's no issues. You are in preparation. Continue. We do not have problem. Once you have a problem, come back. So these are the clear points there. So I would say it will take time. It will take a lot of energy, lot of your mental strength. But if you are consistent, regular, or being honest, the way you have started your preparation, the main motto behind the preparation is serving the unserved, thinking something better for the lowest strata. So if these things will be in your mind, you will keep continuing your preparation till the time you don't fail to yourself. That's also.
Absolutely. Wonderful. Wonderful speaking to both of you and getting all this information out of you, two young, energetic individuals waiting to go out there and face the world and do the best of what you can do. I wish you all the very best once again, and congratulations once again for clearing the State Public Service Commission exam, and go out there and conquer the world. The world is at your feet. Do the best of what you can do and do us all proud. A pleasure interacting with both Sweta and Mohit. All the very best.
Thank you so much, sir. Same here, sir. Thank you so much.
Before I go, once again, let me remind you to like the video, subscribe, hit the bell icon, and share the video so that more people get to know about Bharata First. You can also subscribe to our newsletter to get some incisive information. If you like our content, please contribute to keep it alive. A small contribution that you make will be a giant leap for us to keep bringing you this content. Let me also inform you that we have some massive discounts at the Knowledge Center, and we will be closing registrations for the existing packages soon. This is your last chance to get these offerings. Go to kc.bharatafirst.com and register right now. Don't miss out on this amazing learning experience. Hundreds are already reaping the benefits of the Knowledge Center. Don't be left behind. All this information, along with some must-see recommendations, are in the description of the video. Please go through it. That's it from me. See you again next time.